Well, here we are on our way to Colorado, and we're in the Navajo Nation now, and there's some really neat scenery, a lot of cool geology. All of this land eroded away, you know, leaving these amazing cliff sides here and some really neat monuments, really. So we're on our way, we're making good time, and it's beautiful. All right, we're getting there. All right, we're in Colorado. Well, this is it. We're doing the big climb. Look at the magnificence of this, man. Look at those mountains. All right, have a look at this. The trees are changing color. I'm gonna head up there. I think it's called 8 Mile Pass. Well, we've arrived. I've got sluice number 1 ready. I had to do a lot of work to get that going. Kind of a makeshift dam. And then I've got my new mini long tom, Angus McKirk also, and a fine gold machine it should be. Really good for testing and smaller zones, but I think it'll be effective. It'll help us with a little more material. Then over here, I went back in the hole I was in last time to see if anyone had gotten in there. Let me get that shadow out of there. And what I'm encountering now, I'm still finding a decomp granite layer, but I'm getting a lot of this red stuff, so I'm gonna go ahead and test this. And if it's as good as what I had before, we'll process. But there's no use sluicing unless we have a worthwhile amount of gold. We could shovel all day, we could shovel the whole creek, but if we've got dead dirt, you know, it's like fishing barren water. So, oh yeah, my little brother, I put him to work. You know, he's a good laborer. I think he'll work hard, and maybe a bowl of beans and, you know, maybe a little dessert each night. He'll earn his keep. That's what all about, getting yourself a laborer. Making him work hard, making him work fast for the meal. So when you're out, there's always time for a break. And what do we have here, Mike?
It is a red Indian Pale Ale. It's pretty much just a pale ale. It's an IPA. It's a little bit bitter, citrusy flavored, but refreshing, you know? So
nice. Anyways, cheers. All right, so we got both sluices going, and I've got my new one, my little Angus McKirk Mini, and I really like it because initially it looks okay, but what it's doing is you can see it just moving around. It'll eventually work all those lighter stones out of there. So when I walk away from this unit, what I see is black sand. So we just finished our last sluice run, and it looks about like this. Right now, so far, we had a couple of good ones, and a couple that were kind of slow, and this one's kind of medium to slow. It's okay, but when you get down to the very, very bottom, you know, it's been really good. So, however, I'm used to seeing it steadily throughout, and you have to give it several swirls before. So our last 2 sluice runs weren't as good, and this is the monstrosity we created. We have to actually fill this all in too, because the claim owner is cool enough to let us, you know, use this claim. So here we are heading up towards Leadville, and there's an old frame and this old cabin, and then there's still artifacts laying around, which is kind of cool. An old play toy, I like these and I kind of collect them. So this looks like probably 50s to 60s. Here's an old shoe. It's got hammered in nails. Very cool. This is wood, so it's old school. And we'll go take a quick look inside the cabin. Yeah, the building isn't structurally sound anymore. You know, I wouldn't advise walking on the floor because I could feel a give. I weigh between 170, probably around 175 pounds, so it gave a little bit. I could feel that give. And so if you were to come visit, I wouldn't advise, you know, walking on the floor. An old window patched up. Here we are again with the fill in the cabin. This is really, you know, actually I think that this main foundation here is probably going to be structurally sound for a long time, and it'll be intact long after the roof comes in and everything. So as we walk around the lot, finding all kinds of artifacts. This to me is neat, and I'll keep this for one reason. I want to, I've got a little collection of antique glass, just shards and junk like this. But this purple glass, it's hard to find. Yeah, I just don't find a lot of it. You got all these old bottles and remnants. Here's a old bottle of wine or whiskey. You'll find dishware of varying sizes. I mean, it's all over. Here's porcelain, and we, you know, we found quite a bit of porcelain laying around. Now this one is a cola company, and the style of the bottle, it looks 1960s to me. So which makes it pretty old actually. Yeah, stuff like this. Then there's also some remnants of the old infrastructure. Part of the power conductive system on the poles and lights. I've seen these on mining sites as well. And I've got some lettering on it, hemming. So what I can do is I can look that up and I can learn a little more about the site in that way. Here's an old bottle bottom. All right, it looks like I made a nice purple glass haul. The purple glass is really difficult to find, and so I'm really excited. There's lots of shoe remnants here. I mean, I think we're close to kind of a dump zone, but this is to a child's shoe. This looks like probably an adult male, but God, they're all tack. Show the pipe thing. Yeah, some fellow was out here just smoking his pipe. That's super cool. And all right, man. So we're going into Leadville. Oh yeah, John B. Texas Jack, a Mohandro, and of course, a mining cart. So I decided to park on a side street. Oh yeah, there's a guy that laid this concrete. All right, we're up on the high part of the main drag, and look at this panoramic view. Victorian style houses, the church, the city offices. I just had to up close these. What a cool house. That thing might be for sale. It's empty. That's a place I'd live in. And the secret entrance in the back on this. Look at this one. This is cool. They don't build them like that anymore. One of the things I love about old towns is finding stuff like this. So we're gonna check out an old place that I visited before. The floor is solid. It still looks good. Got like, this is a pretty neat old chair. And for the right person, it's salvageable. Yeah, this is an old school chair. It's pretty cool. And then you can see it was a small, simple home. All right, the best is yet to come. The outhouse. Oh yeah. Well, this is it looks like a 3-hole unit. Very nice. Take a look. Okay, there's one. Real simple. It didn't technically have a seat, just a dropping point. Right off the 24. If you stop by to have a look, you know, you're a visitor, just, you know, take it easy on the old place. I'm taking my brother to the old cemetery and just showing him the general area of Keshe Creek, and because we'll be going there and doing some digging. Okay, so we did our thing today, you know, kind of broke it up for my brother and his family, and so we're here. We got a couple hours left in the day. I'm just running the small sluice because I'm basically going to test the area that we're digging in, but it's looking good. It's looking like the kind of dirt we need to get again. All right, we really have to get to work, but all of this material here that I took out of the little sluice looks like this all the way through, and even better at different points with a few little bit bigger pieces. We're scraping the top of that damn granite bedrock. It's just decomposing, and sometimes you get chunks of granite in it, but I guess the top of that, you know how granite is rough and particles adhere to it, so it seems like that's been good.